Why is Jagdio missing, folks, from this national discourse on Venezuela? Why is Jagdio missing? A very good morning to each and every one of you, and welcome to FYI. For your information, guys, it's the 8th day of November already. Believe it or not, welcome to our humble broadcast. For your information, FYI. Good to see so many of you already on the live. Why is Jagdio absent from this national discussion? Good folks. On Venezuela, some people say he take buyout. He sell out and he take buyout. Which is it? Siobhan McDonald, good to have you. Happy Wednesday, folks. Happy Wednesday, Siobhan McDonald. Right back at you, Siobhan. Right back at you. June Griffith, why Jack, you're missing all of a sudden. Folks, welcome to our morning program. For your information, we're going to be sharing a couple of things with you, good folks. Clear Alexis Travelling Richmond, we see you there. Debbie Collins, we see you there as well. Eric Williams, we see you there as well. Is it Dr. Eric Williams? Good to have you there, Roxana Campbell, and all the other folks joining us. Great to see all of you folks on the live. We're going to ensure that we are shared to all the places that we are asking and hoping that you share to as well, so that more folks get valid, credible information. Y'all know it's not easy out there. It's not easy, but we want as many persons as possible to get valid, credible information. Good folks, that's what we want. Valid and credible information. So share the live as you come on. Smash that emoji button as you come on, good folks. Good to have each and every one of you wonderful, beautiful folks here with us. As we say, guys, we on the live. Trevon Lilly, we see you there. Donna Joseph. Camille Cox, we see you there as well out of Region 6, our hard-working counselor. Camille Cox, great to see you as well. Guys, really happy to see you. Lynn Fernandez, we see you too, Lynn. We see you there, Lynn. Happy you're here with us. Amita Carroll, we see you as well. Good to have all you wonderful folks joining us. What are you guys having for breakfast this morning? We got some coffee outside. We got a bit of a spot of coffee. Good to have you here. Lynette Zephyr, good to see you on the live. Lynette Zephyr, all the Lyns out this morning. Good to have you, Lynn. My mother's name is Lynette. So I got a special place in my heart for all the Lynettes. Good to have you folks on the live this morning. Loretta Argyle, we see you there as well. Chanel Wilson, we see you there. And it's happy Wednesday all around. Cheers, folks. Happy Wednesday. Good to have you folks on the live, as I said. Just make sure you're hearing us clearly. Beatrice Selby, good to have you with us. Beatrice says that she's on the bus and she's headed to work. Beatrice, we hope you hit the ground running today and you have a big old fantastic day. Debbie Moore says she has some bush tea with roti and pumpkin. My Lord. I'm tempted to ask what kind of bush, but I go hold it back. I'm tempted, very tempted. Yeah, bush tea, roti, and pumpkin. Is that one Sonia Massey Cobb I see there? I just seen some eyes. How is Maryland, Sonia, David Ford, Laverne Joseph? How are you guys doing? Deborah Pearson. Good to see each and every one of you on the live this morning. And folks want to know the big question: why is Jacques de Gaulle missing from this national conversation? You know, and Venezuela didn't even speak in the National Assembly, folks. One of the things we're going to touch on this morning. Wilma Morrison, we see you there, Wilma. Out front parts, says morning neighbor. I noticed out front parts left the broadcast last night like in a gruff. Here's what vex you. Folks, we took a pause last evening on our regular In the Ring program. We wanted to show you guys all of the presentations, fantastic presentations by the parliamentary opposition. And we hope that you guys have had a chance to look at them. Really hope you guys have had a chance to look at them and to internalize, you know, because a lot of them got the facts. They got the facts in the parliamentary opposition's contribution to the National Assembly in that motion that we were looking at yesterday morning. A lot of facts in that motion. Of course, the motion was support for the government and people of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, reaffirming recognition for the 1899 Aboriginal Award and the 1966 Geneva Agreement, folks, which definitively said this country is ours, exequable and all 83,000 squares. And so we hope that you guys had a chance to look at those presentations. We played them in full last evening. They are shared individually also to our Facebook page. So if you might want to listen back, Vincent Henry, Member of Parliament, the Honorable Manzo Walton this year, or Royce Dilford, or Kimbrat Ramjitan, or Leader of the Opposition. We had five speakers for the parliamentary opposition. If you want to listen them back in full or in part, they're shared on our social media pages. So you cannot say you don't know what was said, you don't know what is happening. All of that is shared there for your convenience, of course. All is shared for your convenience. Folks, good to see each and every one of you on the live this morning. You know, why is Jacques Dieu missing? Some people see he's quiet. On this issue of Venezuela, Beatrice Selby, Rihanna Mingo, Lennox Anderson, Vesta, Hardy Rajkumar, Hollis Charles. All the Hollises I know are very beautiful people. Very beautiful, peace-loving. You know, peace-loving. Would give the clothes off the back for you. You know, they got large-hearted. All the Hollises I know. Angie Christianberg, Hazel, we see you there. Dolly Anderson, Donna George. Why, Jack, you're so quiet, man? A lot of folks say, you're too quiet on this Venezuelan issue. And you know, in a press conference quite recently, he almost betrays that he has a different thought than what currently obtains between the government of Guyana and the opposition. It was on the 26th. I think he had a press conference. The opposition and government met on the 24th, hammered out a joint statement. And when he was asked on the 26th, he seemed to have a different opinion. He seemed to have quite a different opinion. Take a listen to what he said, that press conference of October 26th.
Our position on Venezuela is in the public domain. We are happy that we could put our politics aside and focus on our country and its sovereignty. The meeting went extremely well. A lot of questions were raised and answers given fully as to our approach. And you've seen the statements from the opposition. Everything that we want to speak about is captured in the statements coming out from the government of Guyana, endorsed by the opposition. I don't want to speak any further on this matter. I don't think a press conference is a forum for sharing my own views on the matter. We have a national position, and not that my views differ from the national position, strongly supports our national position.
Yeah, welcome back. We're just showing you there the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party press conference of October 26th. He said, I don't want to share my personal views on the matter. You know, and you can see him there trying to walk through his words. He's being very quiet. He totally paggly. And then you heard him there, Hollis, saying, not that my views differ. Why does a seasoned politician go to say, I don't want to share my own views on this matter? But then he's looking at the politics now. And he comes back very quickly. Not that my views differ from the government. You heard that? What views is he talking about? Is it these views?
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Folks, here is a very seasoned politician, and he's talking initially about disengagement quite recently by government and opposition. He's giving an update to the media. And then he goes on to state, I won't give him a personal view. I won't give him a personal view on this matter. The government and opposition are in lockstep up to this point and currently with their stance on Venezuela. And here is this seasoned politician. He said he won't give my own view. I have Natasha Congraves. Thank you so much for that contribution via our YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Ayabo. It means a lot. He said he won't give my own view. And then he's seeing the headlines in tomorrow's newspapers. The seasoned politician, not totally pagally, that he is. And he says, not that my own views differ. But the question is being asked, why is he so quiet? A man who loves to talk on a range of issues. You only got to tickle him to hear him laugh for hours. But he's been very quiet. Selling out, sold out. Mia Motley has said Venezuela has been a sister country to Barbados. Threw Guyana under the bus. Threw Guyana under the bus. We haven't heard anything out of Jacqueline. They call her a sister, a big sister. Well, I ain't want my sister treat me like that at all. Why is he so quiet, folks? Why is he so quiet? He seemed to have a differing opinion on the current status quo. You know, government and opposition are in lockstep in defense of our territorial integrity. And folks are just wondering why. Why is he so quiet? He didn't speak recently in the National Assembly on this motion. He didn't. He's been awfully quiet, eerily quiet. But for you who are now joining us, this is what he says on a press conference of the 26th of October. Again,
our position on Venezuela is in the public domain. We are happy that we could put our politics aside and focus on our country and its sovereignty. The meeting went extremely well. A lot of questions were raised and answers given fully as to our approach. And you've seen the statements from the opposition. Everything that we want to speak about is captured in the statements coming out from the government of Guyana, endorsed by the opposition. I don't want to speak any further on this matter. I don't think a press conference is a forum for sharing my own views on the matter. We have a national position, and not that my views differ from the national position, strongly supports our national position.
It's interesting. I wonder what's rattling around in that head up there. Press conference is not a place to share my personal views on the matter. Not that my views differ. Why is he so quiet, folks? Why is he so quiet? I want to thank Ayabo Natasha Congraves, who has generously donated, I think now, 80 pounds to our humble broadcast. Thank you so much, Ayabo. You know, it's folks like Ayabo who put the money where the mouth is. That makes a difference. We love if we can do what we do here for free. We love if we can do that. But it costs something to keep the lights on and the internet running. It costs us something to curate the information and to put it out there, you know, so that you guys keep getting valid, credible information. It costs something. But good to have all of you on the live. And folks, let us say a special thank you to Ayabo. Let us say a special thank you to Ayabo and an entire home circle who contribute to our program all the time. Thank you so much, Ayabo. But let's touch all the same, thanks Ayabo, on some of the other things, the other headlines on this issue that are making the rounds this morning. And some of the things we may have missed along the way over the last 48 hours. A fantastic moment in the National Assembly 2 days ago was when Utah abandoned this one Guyana foolishness and affirmed our national motto, one people, one nation, one destiny. You got full marks for that. The National Assembly was in unison as the Foreign Affairs Minister, Utah. You know, we got our own views on Utah, but we don't want to express them. Like Jack Dio, we got our own views, but it's not the time on Utah as Foreign Affairs Minister. We got our own views. Right? Be fearful that by next week, he back to handing out black tanks. We got our own views, but it's not the time now, David Wood. Dolian Anderson, Orin Don Cook, we got our own views, eh? We got our own views. Now is not the thing. It's not the right time. But in the National Assembly on Monday, resounding applause as he abandoned this one Guyana foolishness for the real motto. The real motto. Folks, take a look. Take a listen to what the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Hugh Todd, said in the National Assembly on Monday on the motion.
I also want to state in this House that the opposition and the government met recently, and we have published a joint statement, united as one people, one nation, one destiny, in pursuit of the logical conclusion of this unfounded claim that Venezuela has to our territory.
Y'all heard that, folks? Full marks. Full marks. Y'all heard the Minister of Foreign Affairs there. He said we met recently and we hammered out a joint statement. A joint statement. Jack just said, I got my own views. I got my own views, but this whole thing here. But now it's not the time. And then he jumps in quick. Not that not that my views differ. He's watching the headlines tomorrow around the region, perhaps even internationally. Could you imagine a vice president saying, let me give a channel out. Let's give a channel out. Folks, the entire National Assembly knows that this one Guyana mantra is foolishness. It's foolishness. And we've consistently said here in our broadcast, the Venezuelans sense poor leadership, blood in the water. That's why they're taking advantage. Right? They knew this foolishness when the brigadier was there. The real brigadier, not no counterfeit, fraudulent brigadier. The real brigadier. So it was quite refreshing again, folks, to hear you, Todd, on this whole issue. One people, one nation, one destiny. We're going to run it back for those of you who may have missed it.
I also want to state in this House that the opposition and the government met recently, and we have published a joint statement, united as one people, one nation, one destiny, in pursuit of the logical conclusion of this unfounded claim that Venezuela has to our territory. Also,
Unfounded claim, folks. Unfounded claim. Folks, if you support what you had said there, the unfounded claims is one people, one nation, one destiny, all in the 3,000 squares. Smash that emoji button for us this morning. Make it a special morning. Let us set aside our differences on Venezuela, on that account, and hit that emoji button up for us, Donna Joseph. Out front parts. I'm very happy they've set aside this one Guyana foolishness. Very, very happy they've done so. You know, very happy. Should say it is time. Hold on. But as I'm on Utah there, even Pauline Sukai had a moment. And it seemed, or in Don Cook, it was a very unscripted moment. Dolly Anderson, Ayabo, Natasha, a very unscripted moment. I don't know if Pauline was caught up in the euphoria of the moment. I told you there were a lot of things we didn't get a chance to cover because there's so much else happening. And then the moment Pauline said that she would love to see the government and opposition continue working on substantial issues together. That's what Pauline said. A lot of us were taken aback. Good folks, we were at the front. You hear me? We were at the front. And a lot of us were taken aback. He said, Pauline? I don't know if she was fresh Joy Hopkinson or for that tenor that Utah was on. But Pauline had some things to say about the government and opposition continue like it's nice, like people feeling nice. People feeling nice. Lace, MC, like people feeling nice. Folks, take a listen to what the Minister of Amerindian Affairs, Pauline Sukai, said on this issue. Take a look and take a listen.
I applaud the Guyanese population in country and in the diaspora for embracing the spirit of nationalism. And I also want to say with pride that I embrace the united stand, the National Assembly, in its resolve to preserve and protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country. I also want to applaud His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali to ensuring that he offered the olive branch and was able to have humble yet significant breakthrough with the opposition on this position. And I want to say that this is a position which in many significant instances in our country should be maintained. I applaud.
You heard that? Was me. This is me alone. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. A lot of folks says that Ali, the Minister of Indigenous Affairs, Pauline Sukai, might say the motion. I'm getting beside myself. I'm forgetting we are setting aside the knives and the claws and the what have you. A lot of folk, Carla Court, a lot of folks says Pauline was unscripted. Pauline gone wrong. You see, Pauline tried to fighting, you know. Ayabo Natasha Congreve says prayers work. I know the church folks listening to us this morning, watching us, Sing a loud amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father, you're working. Yeah. Yeah. Paulie like the good times. Folks share their life, the man. Smash that emoji. But I know some I say, I ain't taking it from them. Just for today. Smash that emoji button for us. Share the life for us. Good folks. A lot happening. A lot happening. And of course, we all know a couple of days ago, me Motley at the Barbados Labour Party annual conference said that Venezuela has been a sister to them. Not their fun. Not Jack Dio. Right? They're not our sisters. Sorry, they're not our brothers. Not them. Venezuela, not Guyana. All of that whining. Ras Ricardo speaking truth to power. Edward Brooms whining and dining. Millions of dollars ferrying curry catfish to Barbados every morning. Well, it's stopped now. We have credible information which suggests it is all stopped now. The whining and dining, the hugs and so on. People say to Cuba Lodge, you're going to see less and less of that. In the past, soon as he or she's at an event, he run out. He swim out. Well, she parked the Prado on the back now. Drive over a couple times. Venezuela. It's been a close friend. And Mr. Norton, in his presentation, went to this issue. He went to this issue. Venezuela. He didn't call her by name. I didn't call her Prime Minister Mia Motley. Prime Minister Mia Motley. The Dutchaks. Mia Motley. Every time they see each other, oh, it's a smack, it's a smooch. Everyone didn't know. It was kiss of death. Mia Motley. You didn't know that? But you're learning about cutthroat Mia. Right? Who don't feel? Who can hear? We say colloquially. We just feel. He's learning the hard way. To get up the top there, got cut a couple throats. He learned the hard way. See, that when Mia was hugging me up and patting me on the back, is the soft spot? Backstabbing Mia, feeling for. What's the soft spot? So I can understand, and we can understand why he has gone quiet. Heartbroken, in pains from the wounds of his friend. His sister Mia. This is Leader of the Opposition, Aubrey Norton, in the National Assembly on Monday. And this whole issue of zone of peace. Mia said that Venezuela and Guyana must keep the Caribbean as a zone of peace. The implications there, as you will hear the Leader of the Opposition articulate more eloquently than I can, the implication is that we are somehow agitators, warmongers. Take a look and take a listen. Well, the Leader of the Opposition said in the National Assembly on Monday.
We cannot concede an inch to Venezuela. I repeat, we must see Venezuela as an adversary that wants our territory. We must remember that Venezuela always comes up with some scheme. I pause here to tell you what the late Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago and one of the world's greatest historians said in addressing the General Council of his party in 1976. Dr. Eric Williams said, and I quote, "This is an official proposal of the government of Venezuela for the joint development of the disputed region, which constituted in effect a total economic and cultural takeover of the disputed zone." Trinidad. Mr. Burnham, the late leader of our party, also a man of strategic insight, said at the Summit Conference of CARICOM states held in Jamaica in 1982 that the threat to Guyana represented a threat to the entire Caribbean community. I believe this is a message we must carry to the Caribbean community. He went on to say that if Guyana loses 5/8 of its territory, CARICOM would be greatly diminished. Lastly, and in this context, we must keep at the front of our minds that Venezuela has already taken over Bird Island, which was once owned by Dominica, and has made inroads into the Eastern Caribbean states through the mechanism of Petro-Caribbean. And economic largesse had made inroads into our support among these states. It is in this context I want to recommend to this House that the government should develop a proper system of sending envoys to engage these Caribbean leaders so that outside of the general CARICOM support, we can regain and maintain the support of their individual countries. It is critical. Only recently, a Caribbean politician called on Guyana and Venezuela to ensure that the Caribbean remains a zone of peace. I could not believe that. I could not believe that, honestly. I cannot accept that a Caribbean sister state will cast us in that kind of light. But they haven't said that. Are we to conclude that Guyana has threatened the territorial integrity and sovereignty of any state in the Caribbean? We never did. Have we issued decrees to take over another state's maritime space? We never did. Have we rejected the decisions of any international tribunal? We never did. It was Venezuela that did. And therefore, to say Guyana and Venezuela must ensure a zone of peace is classic impasse, because we have always maintained that there must be the peaceful resolution of this matter. And it is really disturbing that, I didn't call me. It is really disturbing that a Caribbean nation can say that and implicate Guyana when Guyana basically lacked the means militarily to even conceptualize that approach, much less implement it. And so I think it is necessary that the opposition put on record that we disagree totally with that position. I think I have made the point that we are dealing with a dangerous and sinister enemy in the form of the Venezuelan state.
Beautifully put there by the leader of the opposition, Mr. Aubrey Norton, leader of the People's National Congress. Reform, we're doing. We're not sticking to the PPP script on this matter at all. You know, they got some choice of friends, eh? They got some choice of friends. You mean nobody didn't warn them about backstabbing me, huh? They say in international relations, like in politics, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, you only get interest. Me looking after your own interest in becoming Secretary General of the United Nations. You see, she doesn't want her hands sullied by these folks in Shipton Ranch and Paul Drive. She doesn't want her hands sullied, folks. Say me, God. Carl Gradit, just reported by News Source, says that Guyana is prepared for the appearance before the ICJ as planned on the Venezuelan referendum. You know, the ICJ is meeting on the 14th. Gradit, speaking to reporters at the National Artichon Conference Center, said that Guyana is prepared for its appearance there. And on the other side of that too, Dr. Asher Kissoon, speaking in the National Assembly on Monday as well, representing the joiner party, says There's no time for silence, Jagdio. Speak up. Mr. Jagdio, a little too quiet. Little too quiet. Venezuela having huge rallies, mobilizing thousands of people. Their false, bogus claims. Jagdio, quiet. Even put on a general suit, he run up to Ezekiel, run down back. You think that's it, you know? Every day, multiple times a day, Venezuela is at it. Educating their people, mobilizing their people. We got a lot of work to do, folks. We got a lot of work to do. And you know, as we were on that note of Mayor Mark Lee, as we were on that note of Venezuela that has been a sister country to Barbados, as we were on that note, good folks, in his presentation, I know you may have missed it, and that's why we're going to slow it down this morning a little bit. In his presentation, Mr. Norton circled to this issue that Venezuela has always been the bully in this region. You heard him talk there just now of the takeover of Bird Island from Dominica. He expands on this, even if not fully. Venezuela, I almost said Ezekiel, Venezuela, long time has been the bully. Take a listen.
I cannot leave this part of my presentation without observing that Venezuela has proved to be nothing but a regional bully. And I say that and will qualify it a regional bully of small states. The 1899 Arbitral Award was the basis of the Tri-Junction Point, which fixed the boundaries for Guyana, Venezuela, and Brazil. In this exercise, Caracas lost territory to Brazil. I repeat that. In this exercise, Caracas lost territory to Brazil, but has never once contested the legitimacy of the award with Brasilia. And that says to you that they're not only a regional bully, they're specifically targeting small states such as Guyana.
As we say colloquially, folks, as we say colloquially, monkey doesn't know which limb to jump on. They don't want to pick a fight with Brasilia. They won't want to let her crack. I have a Natasha. They won't want to pick a fight, Dolly Anderson. With Brasilia, Caracas doesn't know which limb to jump on. Which limb? And that's a very, very important observation. Very insightful. Coming from the leader of the opposition there. They lost territory. But see, Dominica small. And so they grab up Bird Island and they greed for more territory. Can hardly feel it, citizens, but you want more land. That's the wickedness right there, you know. Folks, if you missed that, let's run it again. They've been the regional bullies historically. Regional bullies. Take a listen again to the leader of the opposition.
I cannot leave this part of my presentation without observing that Venezuela has proved to be nothing but a regional bully. And I say that and will qualify it a regional bully of small states. The 1899 Arbitral Award was the basis of the Tri-Junction Point, which fixed the boundaries for Guyana, Venezuela, and Brazil. In this exercise, Caracas lost territory to Brazil. I repeat that. In this exercise, Caracas lost territory to Brazil, but has never once contested the legitimacy of the award with Brasilia. And that says to you that they're not only a regional bully, they are specifically targeting small states such as Guyana. They cannot even...
Yeah. They can't run up to Brazil. You see? But militarily, we're not there as yet. Like Dominica. So they can try to come wrong as funny. They want to come wrong as funny out front parts. And when you don't know yourself, like Norton does, like Forrest Burnham did, like Jack Dio doesn't, when you don't know yourself, you won't give a channel. When the saber rattling starts, it can be easy for you to say this.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area. You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no trees. We ain't giving up no rivers that belong to we. A channel out? No, you ain't get no channel. All 83,000 belong to us. All 83,000 squares belong to us. You see, when you're weak, when you're pugly, when you're lampy, you're going to want to concede quickly. When the saber rattling start, you see, when the rackings start, you can say, quick, sulk your shoulder. We can easily give a channel out to the sea. That's what separates the big men from the little boys, you know. It's not in times of peace. It's in moments of difficulties. Then you see the real people. I find our advisor, national security, Jerry Govaya, very quiet too. He had a whole Venezuelan helicopter park on the property. Whatever happened to that? And that investigation, folks said it was a stolen Venezuelan military aircraft on his property. What has ever happened to that? Lionel Simon, we ain't giving no channels out no way. No channels out any place. Reno Cummins, husband tapping here, sir. Not a blade of grass. Not a boy from Venezuela getting a blade of grass. It all belongs to us. But see, when you got weak spine, there's no who the bad for. Jack Diaz know who he bad for. And we gave a little channel out. A little channel. Nothing much. A little channel, you see. We'll get channel now. Folks, before we let you guys go, Winston Brown and Theo Sultan, Glenford Gordon, before we let you wonderful folks go, let us show you some of the other things that we're taking a look at this morning, that we're tracking this morning. They were united in unity, beating and burning one fella. He escaped, as we say colloquially, 1 inch outside of death. 1 inch. Folks, I'd have you know that while we're on here, you can contribute to our program via the stars on Facebook. You can purchase a star on Facebook and support our broadcast the same way folks on YouTube can purchase the sticker. Just wanted to alert you to that. Man beaten and burnt in unity. A man in his early 20s was beaten and set on fire. They were united in unity, beating him and setting him on fire. The incident took place, Unity Village, second corner of Cremation Road. They said the victim has of no fixed place of abode and thus odd jobs in the villages in the community. Riaz was allegedly beaten and set on fire by men in the area, and the villagers are calling for justice and investigation to be launched on what were the circumstances surrounding this beating and setting Riaz on fire. Yeah. Yep. So that's one of the things we're following. Riaz was almost lynched. That's what the folks saying there. in that report. We got to watch that, folks. We got to watch that. Firecrackers, fireworks. They're banned. They're illegal. Are they? Are they? Police stopped one man yesterday. His car was full. His car was full of firecrackers. Police were stunned. The police were stunned. Apparently, the man told them he's preparing for the Venezuelans. And he was found in possession of all kinds of apparatus for fireworks and so on. He's self-employed, they say, from women to quarantine. He was released on $20,000 station bail. His whole car back, they said, pack. He said he's ready for the Venezuelans. And that's what the report says here. Is he ready to light them up? Yep. You're not taking this thing seriously, you know. Not nearly as serious. Is he ready for them? And for Diwali, ready for them? Fireworks are illegal, folks. Be careful. Not a day goes by, folks. Well, in some corner, you know, some side street in this country, we're doing a little bacchanal. Police force vehicle was observed with accident of success yesterday. Yeah. You heard it right. The police force vehicle was not there on the accident scene. It was part of the accident at Success on the East Coast. While that is happening, the traffic violations, those persons who have been involved continue to run afoul of the law. In one day, we're being told 482 traffic violation with speeding, they tell us, being the main one. You're gonna need for speed now. You're gonna need for speed now. It's either you're going to slow down on your own and arrive alive, or you're going to park by the burial ground permanently. You got a need for speed. I'm very happy this new traffic chief, Mahindra, did I get it right? Mahindra Singh is putting out the stats there. Right. 482 traffic violations in one day. Some folks says 1 hour. 482. Still too high. And you see the main traffic offense and violation here is speeding. Well over half of them. Speeding. Y'all gotta watch that. You're gonna watch that, folks. Slow down. We sit here all the time and let's arrive alive. Slow down. We gotta arrive alive. Not so, Neon Harding, Beatrice Selby. You had work yet, Beatrice? Kyle and Edward. Slow down, good folks. And let me arrive alive. Baroness Valerie Amos and cricketing legend Rohan Kanai, they are set to receive honorary PhDs from the University of Ghana. Yep. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. Usually me, I must read for my PhD. They determine, but I can do what I gotta do. Taking my time, peeling my pine. But congrats to UK legislator and humanitarian, Guyanese born, Valerie Amos, honorary PhD coming her way. I can see some Barrett friends telling you, gee, what to Barrett, man? Barrett Breitbart, even though he's quiet in Venezuela right now. What to Barrett? Rohan Kanai, as he said, cricketing legend extraordinaire. He's going to be confirmed with a PhD as well. UG graduation is set. I think it's over the weekend coming. And they're telling us here that it's one of its largest cohorts in its storied history. It's going to be graduating. Right. My sister-in-law, Angel, is graduating, and I want to say congrats to her and all the graduates. All the graduates, I know they're fitting, getting their gowns fitted, and tongue is a flurry with students who are trying to get the best dress and all of that. Congrats to you folks. And if you finish your course, you run the race, you finish your course, you kept the faith, go to your graduation. You're going to regret it if you don't. I know somebody said, being a time with and so you have pushed yourself 2 years, 3 years, 4 years through university, and you're going to stop shy of the finish line now. Right? You going to get no fancy clothes if you want to buy nothing. You don't find something nice that you got there, and you go out to your graduation, or else you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. Please do. Please. A lot of students didn't make it, but you did. And for those who didn't make it, don't give up. Right? Don't give up. No. Even fall out to UG at second year, he's still president. Installed or otherwise. In politics, a win is a win. Right? He fall out to UG at second year, he's still president. Don't give up. If you graduate, go to your graduation. Right? Go to your graduation. Right? Be like Angel and the others. Angel on the live right now. Somebody tag her quick. Shalana. Folks, let's tell Angel congratulations. I think she's graduating with a bachelor's degree in business management, something of that sort. Some one of those highfalutin degrees. And my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law. Congrats, Angel. Congrats. Well done. Well done. She married out too. She makes sure she do the things the right way. In order. You see? She did her degree. And now she find a nice little church boy. They're in the countryside and they can marry and get about 15 children now. As things should be. Right? As things should be. She find a nice little church boy. Left all them tongue boys. Angel and tongue here for 4 years. Tongue boys happening. She find a nice little church boy now. She's gonna marry out next year, she said. Raised with 15 children, call it a life. As things should be. Things should be. Congrats to all the graduates of UG. Well done. Well, a lot of people make it. Let it be the thing. Right? You fall down, get it back, and go again. A lot of people, I have to finish off my master's. I started it, I left it halfway. And since Eugene conferred on me, I'm going to go and read for it apparently. I'm going to go and read for it apparently. That being said, folks, it's been a privilege being here with each and every one of you. I see Shalon Joseph is here, and Tommy Gibbs, and all the other folks. How things by you all, the man? Maureen Chichester Paul, Vibert Johnson, Beryl Crawford is here, Pam Halls, Dolly Anderson is here, Maureen Chichester is big congrats going on right now. All the graduates, Osman Hodge, Angel, congrats again. Osman out front pass, Michelle and everybody on the live this morning. It's been a privilege having all of you here. Folks, let us stay woke. This Venezuelan threat is very, very serious. Just last night I saw on Twitter, Maduro posting huge rallies, mobilization happening all over Essequibo. And we got an opportunity to educate our people and the responsibility. That's why last evening we allowed all of the presentations by the parliamentary opposition to run. If you hear from me one night, you wouldn't die. You know that, I know that. If I die tomorrow, life goes on. We got to continue to stand in defense. If I die tomorrow, come and hunt the Venezuelans, what think happen? Is hunting going to hunt Chavez for now and all eternity? What do you think happened? Even in death, I'm standing in defense. Even in death, I'm going to stand in defense. We got some water woes on the East Bank. I saw Rena Cummins is there on the live. We're going to share that with you. Some of what we found later on in the morning, later on in the day in our program this evening, our evening broadcast. A lot of water woes. Natasha Charles, Joel Ward, Nigel Price. A lot of water woes on these banks. Peters Hall in particular. Providence. Folks, since the men said build the harbor bridge. They're hardly getting water. Well, they want them out from there. So I wouldn't put it past them for that to be a strategy to get out of Peters Hall, folks. They want the land, the landing, the bridge or something at the back there. They want them gone. Some of them move, they didn't get a cent yet. They promised people money for the property. Hounding them. Hounding them. They said all of a sudden, over the last few months, no water, and even blackout tearing the skin. Like elsewhere, the rest of this country. Blackout, tearing the skin. And we can touch on some of that in our next broadcast. Vanilla Garnett, Lambert, Yolanda, all the other folks joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, folks. We need your help to keep going. We need your help. And so we can invite you guys to partner with us. Partner with us so we can keep on keeping on. You all know we're available via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, LMG, MoneyGram, Western Union as well. And folks, you may know by now, if you got your debit and your credit cards, we can accept those too. We can send you a very secure link. And you can use it. A window pops up and you can contribute. We don't tell you how much anymore. We leave it up to you. You know your bank. Right? You know your financial information. You know your budget. We leave it all up to you. No amount is too small. Definitely no amount is too great. Thank you folks so much for joining us this morning. That last QR code there is the one for that debit and credit cards. And we got the QR code for the Cash App and Zelle. We know some of you like you're tech savvy bigly. You're tech savvy bigly. And so that's here for you. If you need any further guidance, our official WhatsApp number, 627-6963. Give us a, hit us up there, it's 21st century. Hit us up on WhatsApp. And we can give you any necessary guidance that you may need. That you may need. Lorraine and all the other folks, Rena Cummins, David Wood, Branca Primoralins. Good to see you on the live as well. And all the other beautiful souls joining us this morning. Beatrice Selby. And last but not least, folks, you're heading into the city. This is Georgetown. You're looking for a good Commissioner of Votes trophy, David. Justice of the Peace. For all of your documentation needs, we recommend the Alistair Collins firm. They're right down there, the Callion Mall on Camp Street, between Camp and Lamaha, between Camp and Waterloo, sorry, on Lamaha Street. Closer to Waterloo than the actual Camp. The Callion Mall on the ground floor. You go in there, folks, and they're going to show you a nice time for all your documentation needs. And we're told as well, folks, as we hear, finally, lasting, that there is a plus-size boutique that's opening shortly, they tell us, in New Amsterdam, grand opening of Irish Rose Boutique, plus-size boutique, gift and home accessories. And this is happening in New Amsterdam on the 25th at 11 a.m., 14 Pitt Street, New Amsterdam, Berbice, on the second floor of Future Vision. The second floor above Future Vision, and this is the Irish Rose Boutique, plus-size boutique and gift and home accessories, Saturday, November 25th. It's being launched then. And again, folks, again, as we go, I want to thank all of you, Beatrice Selby, Diane Johnson, Kamal Prasad, thank you as well, and Vanilla Garnett and Rena Cummins, and all the other folks that joined our broadcast this morning. Stay safe out there. Hope you guys have already hit the ground running. Savannah Page and Mala Pandey and Vanilla Garnett. Beatrice Selby, Beatrice hope has worked by now. Tucked in at work. Bella Mona, those of you who are coming home, you're heading out to work this morning, you're in between, you know, you got school today or something like that. Be safe, folks. Be safe. And you'll pray for this country. those of you people of faith, Ayaba Natasha Congraves, Joycelyn Van Kooten, Neon Harding, y'all pray for us as a country. That's going to do it for us today, send folks. That's our time until our next broadcast. And that's our program. Stay safe. Stay safe.